next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how the game...
Panther kicker Zane Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
On the move to his left. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on second and long. Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Second down, here's an option right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see?
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's caught by Olsen. Touchdown, Panthers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on to PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
And not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So he'll take the benefit even though they wanted to set points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Newton. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before.
Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Newton drops this one off to Portis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Now it's Newton. He completes it to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. But let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast door, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now a give, it's Jackson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Moss.
One of the selling points of the in route is against a quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Man open, it's Moss complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll send Moss in motion right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And he will find find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Williams going to get it again on second down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Newton now to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Newton now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing again is Newton. Dancing to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. On the give, here comes Jackson to about the 48-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
managed to pick up about 4 in second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So a win here for the Panthers, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.